Hello, hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? I am a little paranoid this time because the last time I went live, my power went out. So my power hardly ever goes out. That was the first time in months, but now I'm just, I don't know, a little paranoid about my power going out while live. Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Jack Reacher says, forgot this opened. You scared me. Sorry about that. Welcome. Okay, great. 100% clear. You sound fine. We can hear you. Good, good, good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I never had, like, I guess, major issues while live streaming before. But that last live stream, I mean, there was like an echo for a second. Took a second to figure that one out. And then my power went out halfway through. So now I'm just like, what could possibly go wrong? But okay, sound is good. We can hear. The power hasn't gone out yet. If the stream just like randomly goes out at any point, it's because my power went out. Okay, good. No issues so far. All right, my plan today, I mean, depending on how far I get behind on the chat, I'll chat with you all for a few minutes, and then I'm planning on ranking all of the movies and shows that I watched in 2025. Show-wise, I'm just counting, like, I'm not doing episodes or anything like that. It'll just be like The Last of Us Season 2, and that'll be for the ranking. What else? I am kind of afraid I might make some enemies with this, because I mean, this is just, I'm planning on ranking it as in like my favorites. Because I was thinking about it, if I rank, like, I think this is an A movie, this is a B movie, this is a C movie, I think that just about everything would be either an A or a B. And so I think, well, I'll show you the tier in a second, but I'm ranking it like my favorites, things I loved, things I liked, things that just like weren't for me, and then movies that like I do not want to watch again, because otherwise I think I would just rank everything like as an A or a B. So that's how I'm planning on ranking it. It'll be a tier list. But yeah, I might make some enemies because I might not have liked your favorite movie. I mean, I think that's bound to happen. Because there are some movies that I didn't really care for this last year, but I know that those movies are some people's like favorite movies of all time. So, don't be mad at me. This is just how I felt after watching the movie. This is just gonna be a fun little thing. But I was also thinking, I was like, the snake movies might make it trickier because, a lot of movies, I might not remember the plot, but I remember that there were a lot of snakes in it. Or like I remember like the snake scenes in the movie. So those are definitely movies that like I don't necessarily want to watch again, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if snakes in a movie affects my ranking for this. Let's see. Oh, I literally have a not my cup of tea category. Yeah, I have a category on the tier that just says like not for me, because there's some movies that like I recognize. I mean, they're good movies. They're iconic movies. Like they've made like such a cultural impact. But it's just like not my type of genre. That's not what I like in a movie. So there will be some of that. Oh, okay. Make a separate tier for snakes. Okay, that's an idea. Just like at the very bottom, snake tier, we'll never watch again. I might have to add to my tiers, just like snake tier. Will not watch again. Yeah, I might actually just go ahead and jump into it. I kind of like explained how this is going to work. Yeah, Conan had a lot of snakes. Yeah, like Conan the Barbarian. Like I know so many people love that movie, but I will not be watching it again. The whole movie is just surrounded by snakes. Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It won't make it on this tier ranking because I watched that a long time ago. But yeah, a lot of snakes in Raiders of the Lost Ark. All right, should I just get into it? Oh, I guess I don't know if I've said Happy New Year yet. So Happy New Year. I hope you all are having a great start to the new year. I feel like the last few months, the last few years have gone by so fast. So I can't believe that we're already, I mean, like a few days off, but we're already halfway through January. We're a third of the way into January. That feels crazy. Let's see. Instead of an S tier, do a S tier. I might have to add a tier for snakes. That seems like what the consensus is. My watch just started like vibrating like crazy. All right. Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope 2026 is our year. I don't know. We'll see how this year goes. Oh, I guess I can talk to you about like my plans. I am watching Fallout Season 2 right now, but I will be watching, drum roll please. I don't want to hit the desk because it might like hit my mic. It might not be a pleasant sound for you all, but drum roll please. Next month, I will also be starting Andor. So that's the next show we'll be watching. But Fallout, I mean, we still have what? I watched 4 episodes, so I think we have 4 episodes left. So that'll be the next few weeks. And then I'll start Andor shortly after that. So that'll be exciting. That's something to look forward to in 2026. Let's see. Oh, Terry in the UK says, I'd kiss and cuddle a snake before I even went into a room with a big spider in it. You see, it's the opposite for me. I don't even want to be in the same room as a snake. A friend of mine had a snake growing up, and I like hated, I don't know, I was just like always aware that there was like a snake in the house, and I hated being in the same room as that snake, even though it was like in its own cage isn't the right word. Its own, why am I blanking? Its own tank, I guess. But yeah, I was just like always aware of this snake. No, thank you. Okay, so I might go ahead and get into this ranking. Is that crazy? Is it too early to do that? I mean, that's what we're doing in this live stream, so let's just go ahead and do it. Okay. Let me make sure everything is set up. Okay. So here is my list. Again, I might have to make a snake tier, but right now my categories, I have my favorites, I have loved it, I have liked it, fine or not for me, and then don't make me watch this again. If I don't end up making a snake tier, most of the snake movies will be don't make me watch this again. But as you can tell, we have a lot. Oh wait, let me move this over so that I can actually use the website. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of movies to rank, some shows to rank as well. But yeah, this is what we're working with so far until I maybe add a snake tier. Let's see. Hey Alex, thanks for the super chat. Will you consider doing polls regarding other genres like action thrillers, disaster movies, and war movies? Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I know I've done a disaster movie poll before. I mean, I've done a lot of action polls. I haven't done a war movie poll recently. Let's see. Oh, hey Alex, thanks for the another super chat. The super chat above is for Patreon polls. Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely down to do other kind of polls as well. Okay, so I think it's mostly in alphabetical order because that's how it was uploaded. I mean, like mostly in alphabetical order. But I know that there are a few movies that like I know for sure will be on my favorite tier. So I do kind of want to do a few of those. So I know that they're all like merging together in my brain. It's hard to find like one that I'm looking for specifically. Okay, so I know for sure that K-pop Demon Hunters is going to be one of my favorites. Yeah, definitely just one of my favorite movies of 2025. It's one that surprised me. And it like pretty much everyone that I have talked to about it, they might be skeptical like going into it, but then they end up loving it. Like everyone loves K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, some of my other favorites. Ted Lasso's around here somewhere. Let's find Ted Lasso. I feel like this should not be a surprise. Ted Lasso is one of my favorites. I don't think that there's ever been a show that like is perfectly Addie, if that makes sense. Like everything about it, I just feel like it was written for me. So of course Ted Lasso is one of my favorites of this year. Let's see, Superman. Yeah, Superman is an S tier for me as well. One of my favorites. I keep trying to make sure you can see all of this. Okay, so far, K-pop Demon Hunter is a favorite. Ted Lasso and Superman. Let's see. I know that there were other movies that I just loved. Oh, The Accountant was one of my favorites of 2025. I don't think like there will be a ton of my favorites, but these are a few that definitely stand out. I knew she was going to put Ted Lasso there. Yeah, I'm sure this does not come as a surprise to anyone. Do I even like soccer? Listen, you don't have to be a football fan to love Ted Lasso. Football isn't something that I watch, but that show is just, it's so great. It's so great. Okay. I know that there are some others that were like my favorites. The Lego Movie might be one of my favorites. I didn't expect it to truly be as good as it was, but it's such a great movie. Let's see. I'm trying to just go ahead and get those started, but I might just have to start going in order. Yeah, I mean, I know that those were a good amount of my favorites, but let's, I guess, go in order from here. Let's see. Okay, so 1917. I think I watched that like at the beginning of the year. But I mean, war movies I feel like aren't typically a genre that I love to watch, but I really loved this one. So I would say I love this one. I think it's just super well done. Let's see. Okay, so 2001: A Space Odyssey. This might be the first one that is controversial, that people will get mad at me for. I can understand why it was, it made such an impact on movies and culture and all of the above. I just don't think this movie is for me. So you all are gonna hate me, but I think it has to go on not for me. I mean, not saying it's a bad movie, but it's just, again, what the category says, not for me. Let's see. Okay, 12 Angry Men. Oh, okay. This might make you all not hate me as much. 12 Angry Men is going to go on one of my favorites. So hopefully this one makes up for the 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, I went into 12 Angry Men. I mean, I heard that it was a great movie. I mean, okay, to be fair, I had heard that it was like one of the greatest movies of all time, but I just didn't know if I would connect to it because it is an older movie. But it is really as good as everyone says. So 12 Angry Men definitely is one of my favorites, without a doubt. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, it says JK, but it says unfollowing from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, I felt like people would hate me for that one. Yeah. Yeah, I think 2001: A Space Odyssey, it was just pretty slow. And I feel like the ending was just like, what is happening? So I just, it was hard for me to like, I guess it was hard for me to connect with any of the characters. So I wasn't as invested in it. But, okay, so next one is Batman versus Superman. That was at the very beginning of 2025 that I watched it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a whole lot of it. I'm pretty sure based on the title, the two of them went against each other. It was Batman versus Superman, but I don't remember a lot of the plot other than like that final battle. I don't think I hated it. I think I enjoyed it. So I think, but I don't, if I don't remember the plot, I feel like I didn't love it. So let's put that on liked it. Next is a Goofy movie. This one's so great. I do feel like I would have loved it even more if I like watched it as a kid. I don't think it's like one of my favorite animated movies of all time, but I did really enjoy it. So this one might be a like. I feel like it's like halfway between like and love. All right, so Addams Family Values. Okay, wait. The Addams Family is around here somewhere. I'm surprised they weren't next to each other. But both of the Addams Family movies, I loved those. They're just such great movies. Yeah, Addams Family should be around here somewhere. It should be anyway, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay, here it is. I found it. It's on the top row. Okay, so Addams Family, I also did indeed love it. I'm going to move those just so Addams Family is first. But yeah, Addams Family and Addams Family Values. I loved both of them. Let's see. Okay, so 40-Year-Old Virgin. What a wild movie. I really enjoyed this one. I feel like it's like somewhere between liked and loved. I need like a mid category, but I don't know what word I would use. Like perfectly between like and love. I don't know if I enjoyed it like as much as like the Addams Family though, so I feel like I'm going to put it on I liked it. Okay, two of the Batman movies, the posters look very similar. So I can't tell which one this is. Is this one Batman and Robin? If you all can, I don't know how well you all can see the posters. Is it Batman and Robin or is it Batman Forever? I think, is that Arnold at the top? So I think that one is Batman and Robin, I think. I'm sure you all can tell more than I can. I might need to skip that one. Okay, it sounds like this one is Batman and Robin. Okay. I think that one, if I remember, the Batman movies are all like, are merging together in my brain. That one came out after Batman Forever, is that correct? I feel like the plots of Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are just the same in my brain. I mean, I can think of, I remember like the actors were different. That might help me if I remember the actors and then the characters and then what they were like fighting about. I will say I didn't hate this movie. I mean, like I knew going into it. I think sometimes it helps me if whenever people are like, this is the worst movie ever made, I walk in thinking that, and then I'm pleasantly surprised when it's not as bad as I expected. I mean, I won't watch it again, so maybe it should fit in that category, but I didn't hate it. So, I mean, I guess it could be under fine. I mean, fine is between like liked and don't make me watch it again. Yeah, I think I just kind of like leaned into the silliness with that one because I just heard it was so bad, and so I walked in like thinking this is going to be bad and cheesy. So because I walked in with such low expectations, I still had fun. So I don't actually know where to put that one. Because I won't watch it again. But I didn't hate it. We'll come back. I'll let that one marinate. I'll think about that one. Okay, Almost Famous. This one I really enjoyed. I would say, I don't know if I would like it's on one of my like, I loved this movie so much, but I definitely liked this movie. So we'll put it on like. Okay, so I can't really put the Batman movies off too much because the next one is Batman Forever. I feel like maybe I do need like a category that's like so bad it's good. Well, I wouldn't even say it's good, but so bad that it was a fun time. Okay, we'll come back to those two Batman movies because I don't know where to place them. Okay, next one is Apocalypse Now. I might lose a few of you on this one because this one just wasn't for me. I know for sure that's where I want to put it. It's definitely a movie that's not for me. I feel like with like if I'm watching a war movie, I want to be moved. Like I want that's what I'm looking for in a war movie, and this one was just weird and I didn't like the characters. It's been a second since I've watched it, so I don't know how to explain it, but it just ultimately was not for me. Okay, so we're talking about Batman Forever in the chat. There are good bad movies and bad movies. Okay, so maybe those Batman movies would fall under like a good bad movie. A fun, delightfully bad. I like that category. Okay, I like that. Okay. Let me see if I can remember. Add a row above. And then this one can be delightfully bad. I like that category. I like that name. What color do we want for this one? I guess you guys can't see the colors. But would a pink go with? I don't like those two colors next to each other. Maybe a blue? Yeah, blue looks fine. Okay, thank you all. Thank you. That is helpful. Okay, so the Batman movies, those two. So Batman and Robin, we'll put delightfully bad. And then Batman Forever, delightfully bad. Because I can recognize they're not the best movies of all time, for sure, but I still had a fun time. So, okay, great. Delightfully bad. That is a perfect category. Okay. Okay, so the next one. Ooh. Okay, it makes sense because this is alphabetical, but somehow I'm surprised that like all of the Batmans are just coming at me all at the same time. Or just on. Never mind. That was not how I wanted to word that. Okay, Batman the movie. I liked it. I don't know if I would say I loved it. But I wouldn't say it's delightfully bad. I mean, it knew what it was doing. Like it. I'll just say for this Batman, I liked it. Okay. All right, so Aquaman. Oh gosh, I'm gonna make some enemies here. I've wanted to like this one. I don't even remember why I didn't like this one. I think I was going back and forth because I was like, sometimes it does look visually beautiful, and then sometimes it looks visually bad, like all at the same time. I wanted to like this one, but yeah, I'm going to make some enemies here. This one might actually be a don't make me watch this again. Because I don't think it fits in delightfully bad. I don't think it fits for not for me. But I just didn't care for Aquaman. Okay. Next one is 50 First Dates. This is somewhere between liked and loved. This was a really sweet movie. I mean, it like definitely brought the tears, but also like so many laughs at the same time. So I don't know. Oh, I don't know if this is liked or loved. Let's see. Let's put it on loved. It fits somewhere between these two categories. Okay, A League of Their Own. Great movie. I think I'm a little. When I think of this movie, I think of. I don't want. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think of the comment section when I think of this movie. But I don't want to say that because then you're going to go back and look at the comment section. But that's what I associate with this movie. But the movie itself, that's what I need to think about. The movie itself was a great movie, so I'm going to say I love this one. Let's see. Put a new category between like and love. Yeah, how would you describe category between like and love? Because there have been a few movies that it's somewhere between there. But I don't know. I don't know. Do not go to the League of Their Own comment section. What would be a good in-between category for liked and loved? Like. Okay, that works. Enjoyed. Okay, that works. Okay, so liked, enjoyed, loved. I feel like entertained. It was great. Liked it a lot. Loved to like it. Enjoyed. Okay. Yeah, I think there like definitely needs to be a category above. You've all given me a lot of great names. I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. Okay. Add a row above. By the end of this, I'm just going to have like 100 rows of like, well, it's not a love, but it's not a like, but it's, we're just going to keep adding rows. Okay, so enjoyed. I feel like that's a solid, if I can type. Enjoyed it. I might have to change the colors. Yeah, I need to change. Okay, so this one, this color. Bear with me. Okay, but now I have to change all of the colors. No. Wait, oh, dang flabbit. Okay, so this one was liked it. This one was enjoyed it. I think that's what we said. Let's see. Great-ish. Okay, so, but now the problem is this color needs to be different. I think this needs to be that color. But now these two colors are the same. We're just going to keep... Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's a rainbow, right? Green, blue, purple. Yes, okay. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, but that means that... Okay, 50 for... maybe I didn't actually need it, because I feel like 50 for states... Now I'm overthinking everything. Maybe that's where it is. Okay, so 50 for states is enjoyed. League of Their Own is enjoyed. Maybe 40-Year-Old Virgin is enjoyed. Okay, that feels about right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Now, moving on. Next one. Now that I've added how many? I think I've just added 2 categories so far. But then if we have a snake category, that'll be another one. Okay, anyway, moving on. Captain America: Brave New World. I would say I liked this one. I didn't hate it. But it's definitely not one of my like favorite Marvel movies. So I feel like liked is a solid category for it. Okay. You are overthinking slightly. Yes, I am. That's what I do. If you've... Well, I don't know if you can tell that I'm an overthinker. in my videos. You probably can, but it's what I do. I'm an overthinker. Okay, A Knight's Tale. I would say this is somewhere between one of my favorites and Loved It, but I feel like Loved It is the appropriate category. I did indeed love A Knight's Tale. Okay, Casablanca. This one surprised me because I thought that, I guess I kind of walk into a lot of older movies this way. I just don't know if, as a modern viewer, I will be able to like connect with like the pacing of an older movie. Like movies have just changed so much, like even with every decade. So I don't know if I will be able to connect with older movies. But so this one surprised me. I did really enjoy Casablanca. I would say I enjoyed it. Yeah, I like this category. Somewhere between liked and loved. Yeah. Addie, an overthinker? Ridiculous. Overthinking might be on brand. Okay, so I'm glad you all can tell. I am an overthinker for sure. And which is why by the end of this, I will probably have 100 different categories. You've dissed 3 of my favorite movies. I know, I told you all that I might make some enemies with this one. But I'm not saying any of these movies are bad. Well, I guess I did say that the Batman movies were bad, but they're delightfully bad. It has its own category. But some of these are just not for me. I can recognize that I can see why people love them, but it means that it's not for me. Okay. So Casper. Okay, so this was one I watched a little more recently in the last few months. So Casper, I feel like if I watched this as a kid, it would absolutely like be one of my favorites. I feel like it will fall under I enjoyed it. That feels right. Ooh, an overthinking category. Oh, I kind of like that one. Like maybe, again, we're going to have 100 categories by the end of this. If I have an overthinking category, it just means that I'll come back to it in an hour. I kind of like that, but we'll come back to the overthinking category. I'm going to overthink the overthinking category and then we might add it. Okay, Caddyshack. You all are going to hate me for this one too. I enjoyed this movie. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but I do feel like this is one that you had to watch in the 80s. Like you had to be there when it came out to fully enjoy it. So this is somewhere under fine or I liked it. It's actually this might be in the overthinking category and then I need to move it up. Let's see. Oh, I just lost where I was in the chat. You will have a category for each movie. Yes, I will. By the end of this, I definitely will. Can enjoyed it change to overthinking between liked and enjoyed? I kind of like that. All of those words might be too long for the box though. But yeah, just know that the enjoyed it is just me overthinking if I liked it or if I loved it. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like people with Caddyshack, I feel like people either love it or like it will probably be for me. It's just not for me. Yeah, Caddyshack seems to be very divisive. Let's see. Yeah, it's one of those didn't hold up over time for me. Yeah, that's how I feel. It's like if I watched this in the 80s, like I might have loved this, but watching it, I watched it in 2025. It didn't hit the same. Okay, so Caddyshack is going to be a not for me. I've explained my reasons, so okay, yeah, Caddyshack is going to be not for me. Okay, this one is Crimson Tide. I would say I liked it. I wouldn't say it's higher than liked. I mean, it's a good movie. I'm not saying that, but at least as far as Addie favorites, I would just say I liked it. Let's see. Okay, so Catch Me If You Can. Great movie. I would say I enjoyed it. I don't, because it's definitely not like one of my like top favorites of the year. Yeah, enjoyed feels right. I'm glad. Thank you all for your suggestions. I'm glad we added an enjoyed tier, because I do feel like there's a difference between I liked it and I loved it. So thank you all for that. I tip my hat to you. Okay, Dazed and Confused. I liked this one. I don't think I liked it more than liked. Wait, I don't. Okay, you all know what I mean. I would say I just liked this one. I mean, it's a fun movie. Let's see. Okay, Death Becomes Her. I would say this might fit under enjoyed it. That feels right. It's a fun movie. I don't think it's like one of my favorite comedies of all time, but I enjoyed it. All right. Yeah, Dazed and Confused was all right. Maybe Dazed and Confused needs its own category. It just needs its all right category. But then again, we would have 100 categories. Okay, so this one was Dunkirk. So as far as war movies go, again, like war movies are not my favorite genre, but this one's done so well. I think this is a loved it. I will say, for 2 war movies to fall under loved it for me, that's pretty good. I mean, like those are, I just think both of those movies are really great. Let's see. Okay, Ex Machina. I think this falls under I loved it. I really enjoyed that movie. I mean, it's like so well done. It's such a beautiful movie, and then it just makes you think as well. So that one falls under loved it. Dead Poets Society. I think this falls under loved it. It's really just a great movie. I'm kind of surprised. I thought that maybe it's because we broke these categories into 3 categories, but I thought that there would be like a more, some of the categories would have a lot more in each one, but this is actually like seeming kind of even. So, but I think it helps that we added the enjoyed category. Let's see. Okay. So Clue. It's a great movie. It is so fun. I would say this falls under I enjoyed it. It's a great movie. As the category says, I enjoyed it. Let's see. Oh, in the chat, we're talking about Dead Poets Society. This says, I hear that it's one of Robin Williams' best movies. I'd say so. It's a great movie. Okay, Coming to America. I will say it's been a year since I watched this one. So this one I watched, I think, in January of last year. So from what I remember, I'd say I liked it. It was really fun. I watched so many movies, guys. So I don't remember everything about it. So I think that falls under I liked it. Let's see. Okay. Dances with Wolves. This one has also been one that like it took me a hot second to watch. Oh, or it's been a hot second since I watched it. I just remembered, I don't think I've thought about it since, but there's a specific scene that really broke my heart in this one. I'd say I liked this movie. Yeah, there's mainly just one specific scene that I'm really remembering in this movie. Okay, here we go. This one might make an enemy. What am I trying to say? The people might, what am I saying? You might not like my choice for this one. That's what I'm trying to say. Conan, I won't watch it again. I mean, I think this one's pretty obvious because there are snakes. And again, like, I won't say that like snakes will stop me from watching a movie, but this one is like very centered around snakes. So I don't need to watch it again. I mean, I think the rest of the movie was like not super for me in the first place. Like, I can recognize why people like it, but the rest of the movie wasn't exactly my thing anyway. But yeah, there are a lot of snakes. Let's see. Yeah, I'm debating whether or not to make a snake category, but we'll just keep it and don't make me watch it again. Okay, so Dark Shadows. Oh, I might make some enemies too, or maybe not. I wanted to like this movie because I feel like it has so many great things going for it. It has such a great cast. I mean, like the Tim Burton like feel, like it like aesthetically looks so great. But that's where that one's gonna go. Again, it had so many things going for it, but I feel like there were times that the movie didn't know what it was. Like sometimes it was super funny, and then it just wasn't consistent. That's what I'll say. I feel like it didn't really like know what it was, and it was trying to be too many different things. It had so many things going for it though, but I will not be watching Dark Shadows again. Okay. So Fury. I will say, again, war movies aren't typically a movie that like I love to watch, but this is a great movie. It's going to be somewhere between liked and enjoyed because it is an emotional time. It's a hard watch. Let's see. I would say I enjoyed it. We'll put it there. Yeah, that feels right. Okay. Okay, Field of Dreams. People might be mad at me for this one. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie. I guess I just like expected to like it more than I did. I don't know. Like, I guess I always expect. How do I say this? People might get mad, but the quality of it and like the writing of it felt like a Disney Channel original movie. Like, people are gonna be mad at me, but I guess I just expected to like it more than I did, but I still liked it. So I guess that falls under liked. I guess that is right. Oh, this says, I always felt you needed to be a baseball fan to really love Field of Dreams. Oh, I agree with, maybe that's part of what it is. And yeah. Okay, this says you'd like Field of Dreams more as you get older. Yeah, that might be what it is. Because, like, I know that, I mean, we're following a father. So, from what I remember, like, dealing with, like, the relationship with his dad, but also, like, the relationship with his family. So, like, it might just be something that I just didn't connect with. That could be what it is. And maybe if I liked baseball, I would like it a little bit more. So yeah, I guess I just didn't connect with it as much as I thought. So yeah, I would say I liked it. Again, I liked the movie. I think I just expected to like it more. Okay. First Blood. That is one that I watched recently, and I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I do love Sylvester Stallone. I mean, I loved him since I watched him in Rocky. And this one really surprised me. So I would say First Blood. I loved it. Okay, Dr. No. Okay, so we're getting into some James Bond movies. It might be easier for me to rank all of the Bond movies together because I can like rank them against each other, I guess. Like, I know I liked this one more than I liked this other Bond movies. So that might be what I have to do with this one. Addie making my heart hurt. I know, I'm going to make some enemies with this list. Don't hate me too much. This is just, again, this list is not what I think of how good of a movie it is necessarily. It's more of a list of my favorites and how I rank them based on my favorites. So don't hate me for this list. Okay. Okay, so Dr. No, I think is one of the better Bond movies, but I don't know if I fully got into the Bond movie. Well, no, it's hard to, it's been a while and I've watched so many Bond movies since. It's not one of my favorites, but I think it's one of the better Bond movies, if that makes sense. And I do love Sean Connery, and I think he's so charming as Bond. So, well, if I do Bond, I know that Goldfinger has to be first. Where Goldfinger has to be, it's up here somewhere. Where is Goldfinger? It should be alphabetically-ish. Oh, haha, here it is. Okay, so Goldfinger, I loved Goldfinger. So that one falls under loved. I would say Dr. No would be like one below Goldfinger. That feels right. So Dr. No would be enjoyed. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat and also watch this. So bear with me. Okay. Yeah, that feels right. If Goldfinger, I loved. And then Dr. No is a step below that. Okay. Okay. This is good. This one's coming up soon. Diamonds Are Forever is my least favorite Bond movie. So this one will fall under Don't Make Me Watch It Again. I wanted to like it because that was the one where like Sean Connery is back, but not my favorite. Let's see. Okay. Keep one eye on each, on the chat and the tier. If I could do that, I would. But okay, From Russia with Love was the next Bond movie after Dr. No. I'd say I liked it as much as Dr. No. And I do think it's one of the better Bond movies as far as the Sean Connery ones. So I'm going to say enjoy. Live and Let Die is the next Bond movie that I see. This one was the first of the Roger Moore James Bond movies. And I will say I liked Roger Moore in this one, but I didn't love the movie. And before, well, maybe the snakes do have a part of it because there are a lot of snakes in it. But I will say just plot-wise, it wasn't one of my favorites. I still had fun watching it though. So this one might be, I liked it. It just wasn't one of my favorites. Something like that. Man with a Golden Gun, I feel like it's about the same, where I enjoyed it, but I just felt like it was kind of slow compared to other James Bond movies. Christopher Lee was fantastic in it, and I feel like Christopher Lee is what sets this one apart. Was the best part of the movie, but it just felt a little too slow for me. So I guess we'll just say we liked it. We liked it. Let's see. Okay. Those are the Bond movies that I see like right away. So, next movie is Fantastic Four. I would say I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't think it's like one of the best Marvel movies of all time by any means, but I would say I enjoyed it. So let's put it there. Final Destination. Okay, so this might be the first of the horror movies that I've ranked so far, I believe. And this one gets tricky because horror is not for me whatsoever. I will never watch this one again. But like, I understand why people like it. Like, I did get into it because, I mean, the concept, there's so many ways for them to die. So I did get into it, but like, I will never watch it again. So, I don't know where to put that. Would that just fall under not for me? I mean, I guess that kind of falls under fine as well. I'll never watch it again, but I understand why so many people love it. So that might be where that is. As far as horror movies go, I love the concept though. Okay, so Glory. Great movie. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorite war movies of all time. I'd say I enjoyed it. I think that would fall under there. Okay. Heat is a great movie. This one, I'm trying to remember. It's been a second since I've watched Heat. It's a great movie. I mean, I wouldn't say that like that genre was like would typically be one of my favorites. But it is a great movie. So I would say I enjoyed it. Okay. Hey, Nintendo Metro, thanks for the super chat. You've seen a goofy movie. What about an extremely goofy movie? And where would you put Sinners? Okay, so an extremely goofy movie. I haven't seen that one. I mean, I feel like maybe that's one that I would like watch maybe on my own, like maybe not on the channel. But as far as where I'd put Sinners, let's go ahead and do Sinners. Okay. Let me find where... Okay, I feel like looking at... I only have 4 rows left. Only 4, but I feel like I'm making a dent in this. Let me find Sinners. Okay, here's Sinners. So, as far as horror movies go, I wouldn't even say it's not for me, which I feel like most horror movies are. I feel like Sinners is a great movie. Like, I feel like they were just like, obviously it's horror, but there were so many other things going for it as well. Is it crazy to say I loved it? Because it is a horror movie. That might be crazy. But that might be where I put it. I think Sinners was just done so well. And like the horror elements were necessary to the story. Yeah, Sinners is a horror movie. It's surprising, but it might be under loved it. Okay. Okay, so I think the next one is Good Morning Vietnam. Ooh, where do I put this? I'd say I enjoyed it. It probably fits under there, I would say. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I feel like if it wasn't Robin Williams, I don't think it would be the same. Well, obviously, it wouldn't be the same movie, but I think Robin Williams is what makes that movie. So I'd say I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for Robin Williams. Let's see. Okay, so Major League. I think I liked this one. I mean, I don't think it's like one of my favorite comedies, but it's a fun time. So I'd say Major League I liked. Horrible Bosses. This is a really fun movie. There's so many like unexpected things to it too. Like Jennifer Aniston's character is crazy. Insane. This might be under I loved it. It was a really fun movie. Let's see. Okay, so Kindergarten Cop. Such a cute movie. I mean, like Arnold playing against like all of these kids. I mean, obviously that's going to be a fun time. I'd say I enjoyed this one. Will it let me add? Okay, yes, it does let me add another line. Okay, so I'm glad we added this category because I guess there's a lot of movies that I enjoyed, which is in my brain between liked and loved. Okay. So the next one is Inside Out. So this was a rewatch for me because I hadn't seen it since it came out. So it had been like 10 years since I watched it, and I really wanted to watch the sequel. Just needed a little refresher. So this one actually might be an S tier. It's on one of my favorites. Inside Out is just such a great movie. Okay, so the next one. Okay, we've made it to The Last of Us Season 2. I would say this is somewhere between enjoyed and loved. I'd say I loved it. We'll say that. Last of Us. Yeah. Okay, so it's on loved category. Okay, I'm gonna make some enemies again. Okay, the next one is Highlander. This movie was not for me. This movie was not for me. I mean, I can understand why people love it. But it wasn't for me. So I feel like, well, this one might actually fall under Don't Make Me Watch It Again. It's one of those. But I think it is one of my least favorite movies that I watched last year. So let's do Don't Make Me Watch It Again. Addie just wants to make enemies. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting into some fights today. Again, I can understand why people like these movies, but it's just not for me. Yeah, let's move on. I, Robot. I don't think it's like one of the best sci-fi movies ever made, but I did have a lot of fun watching it. I did enjoy it. So let's say I enjoyed. Ooh, okay, so Kingsman is next. This is definitely one that I watched recently. I would say that I loved Kingsman. Yeah, I think it's going to go up to I loved it. That feels right. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, the next one is the Lego Batman movie. The Lego movies are just so good. They just had no business being this good. I'm not even like what am I trying to say? I'm not like a Lego fan. That's not the way what I'm trying to say. I'm not into Legos, I guess, but the movies are just so good. I feel like anyone can love them. So this might fall under one of my favorites. And the Lego movie is already up there. So let's just put the Lego movie and the Lego Batman. Is it oh, the title is way too small. But is it the Lego Batman movie or the Batman Lego movie? I always forget. You know what I'm saying, no matter what. Let's see. Am I planning on... Oh, this says you have to watch the Kingsman sequels. I am planning on it. I don't know if it'll happen this month or next month, but I would really love to make it happen because I just really enjoyed Kingsman that much. Okay. So the next one is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I loved this one. I don't know if it's going to make it up to my favorites, but I think it'll definitely go up to I loved it. But if we were just ranking Christmas movies, though, it might go up to my favorites. It's somewhere between love and my favorites, but I really enjoyed that one. Okay, Grumpy Old Men. Such a sweet movie. I mean, it's so funny, but also like so heartwarming at the same time. I would say that falls under, I'd say that falls under Loved It. is it Max Rinaldi? Thanks for the super chat. It says, a clip of you watching The Last of Us ended up in a video about the shenanigans around its author. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that video is about, but interesting. I don't know what this video is about. Okay. Let's see. So Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is next. How do I rank it? I'd say it's between liked and enjoyed. I feel like it's a movie that's like, at least for me, it was confusing on the first watch. And I get that like part of that is part of it because like you're trying to figure it out as they're trying to figure it out. But so of course the plot is going to be a little confusing, but I still feel like I was a little confused even after watching it. Like it kind of took a second time to fully piece a second watch to fully piece it together. So I think it'll fall under like for me. I mean, great cast, obviously. Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer. But I would say it's a like for me. All right. So, How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. I will say I didn't watch it this year, so it won't be on this tier. But How to Train Your Dragon, like the animated movie itself, would be under my favorites. And I would say the live action is almost to that level, but I think that like the animated movies are just truly perfection. So I don't think it's fully on my favorites, but I would say I loved it. It just doesn't, it like almost lived up to the animated movie, but just, it didn't make it fully to that level. So How to Train Your Dragon is going to be under loved. Okay. So Idiocracy is our next one. What a crazy movie. Kind of predicted the future there. Idiocracy, let's see. I would say I enjoyed it. I think that's where that one will fall. I'll scroll down so you can see what's coming next. Okay, Mars Attacks. That one is definitely a crazy movie. Where do I even rank that? I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. It's just a wacky time. So I guess that's where I'll put it. I'll put Mars Attacks under enjoyed. That feels right. Okay. So Platoon will be next. And I'm gonna make some enemies here. Again, this one just isn't for me. And that's okay. I can see why people love this movie. But it's just not a war movie that really became one of my favorites. So I would say that Platoon is just not for me. Again, I know that that's going to make some enemies. So Office Space, what a fun movie. I think this falls under I enjoyed it. It's a really fun time. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. But next is Moneyball. I love this one. Do I want it under my favorites or that I loved it? It's somewhere. It's somewhere between loved and my favorites. It's such a good movie though. Like that one really blew me away. Again, like I'm not a baseball fan. I don't follow baseball, but it was so much more than that. Moneyball is probably one of my favorites. Well, okay. It's under loved. Okay. Now it's under my favorites. Let's see. Addie ranking movies and making enemies since 2026. Yeah. Today is the day that I lost a lot of followers, I am sure. All right. Just got in. This is a list of the movies Addie watched and uploaded for YouTube, right? Correct. This is, I mean, I think there might have just been a handful of movies that I watched on Patreon that stayed on Patreon this past year. So this is just what was uploaded to YouTube just last year. If I did all of the movies that I've watched so far, we would be here for like 24 hours. Okay, so the next is Monsters University. Would you all hate me if just all of the animated movies I watched are on my favorites? I mean, I don't think this one fully lives up to like Inside Out. I don't know. This one is a really good movie. This one's hard. I don't know if I put it under my favorites or if I loved it. I'm not sure. We'll say I loved it. Because I don't know if it like fully lives up to something like Inside Out, if that makes sense. A 24-hour live stream, let's go. I would need like tea ready to like soothe my throat. I don't even know. I don't think I could make it through a 24-hour stream. I don't even know if I could make it just like staying up 24 hours. So yeah. Okay. Minority Report. That's a fun one. I don't think it's like one of my top sci-fi action movies, but I really enjoyed that one. So I would say that means Minority Report should fall under enjoyed. Okay, so it looks like I have a lot of loved movies. I have a lot of enjoyed movies. A few have been my favorite so far. But I mean, that's a good sign if I mostly enjoyed and loved all of the movies. That's a good sign. Let's see. Okay. Next one is Miracle on 34th Street. Okay, I really did love this one. If we were ranking just Christmas movies, I would say that this is this falls under my favorites. But I would say I loved this one for sure. So Miracle on 34th Street goes under loved. I mean, I had heard that so many people, like it's on, people like watch it every year, watch it during the holiday season. I just like, I didn't grow up with that one. I didn't watch it until this past year, but it really is as good as people say. Hey Max, thanks for the super chat. I wonder if the fine or not for me would simply be not for me now that you have liked it as well. I guess in my mind, I had fine as in like, I understand why people like it, but it's just not for me. That's kind of like what I was thinking when I said fine, because if I just say not for me, people are going to hate me. But that's kind of like my thought process with it, at least. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Maybe it only makes sense for me. Addie is pissing off so many of her viewers that her YouTube button plaque got taken back. Hey now, not yet. They haven't stormed in and taken it away from me yet. Maybe by the end of the stream that'll happen. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, next is... Uh-oh, someone's unsubbing me because of Conan. Listen, there are a lot of snakes in it. It's not for me. Okay, so next is Puss in Boots. So which means that the other Puss in Boots... Oh, it's right here. Okay. I think the first one isn't as good as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So I'm going to probably say that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is... Come on. Scroll up. Okay. So Puss in Boots: The Last Wish does fall under my favorites. It just is way better than I could have ever expected. But I would say the first Puss in Boots would be under enjoyed, I think. I don't think it was nearly as good as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but it's still like a fun movie. So yeah, I'd say Puss in Boots is, I enjoyed it. Let's see. Is that the 1978 Superman in the favorites section? No. So that one I watched in... Well, now it's 2026. I keep thinking that last year was 2024, but that is not the case anymore. I watched the OG Superman in 2024, so that's not going to make it this list. But the 2025 Superman is at the top there. Let's see. Hey Max, thanks for the super chat. Actually, now I can see your fine idea. Okay, good. I didn't know if it like only made sense in my head. But yeah, the idea of like it saying fine it's not that like I think those movies are bad. They're just like that genre, like that type of movie just wasn't for me. But I get why people love it. And like a lot of those movies have obviously been like culturally significant. So I get that. But it just wasn't for me. Okay. So let's see. Next is The Never Ending Story. Ooh, this one, I wish I would have watched this one as a kid because I feel like maybe I would have enjoyed it more. That's going to sound like I didn't enjoy it. That's not the case. I think it was just different than I was expecting. I think it was just like a lot sadder than I was expecting. I thought it would just be like a fun adventure movie, but it's kind of sad. It's really sad. So I would say I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's higher than that. Overall, how many movies am I ranking today? It's over 100. I think there are about 130 posters that I'm ranking. I believe it's somewhere around there. Now some of these posters, like The Last of Us, there it is. That is like all of season 2. That might have been the only show I've ranked so far, but we're ranking a lot today. Okay, so the next is Megamind. Such a fun movie. I think this falls under I loved it. It's so funny. It's so fun. It's a great movie. Okay, Napoleon Dynamite. Such a fun movie. It's so charming. I'll say I loved it. I don't think it falls under like one of my favorite movies of all time, but I really did love it. Let's see. Okay. Next is Ratatouille. It's so good. I think this is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. I just think it's a perfect movie. It's so good. So, Ratatouille falls under... Now I have to scroll. Okay, Ratatouille is one of my favorites. Okay, listen. There are a lot of animated movies under my favorites, but like the scripts have to be so good, and because they're animating everything. So everything is so intentional, everything is so purposeful. The script has to be so tight. So animated movies are just so good. Hey Max, thanks for the super chat. What time zone am I in? This is Eastern time. Let's see. Okay, what is the next one? Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you all think that this is a Christmas movie or a I just blanked, or a Halloween movie? Because it could work for either. I watched it during the holidays, so I watched it in December. So I guess it became more of a holiday movie for me, but I'm curious what you all think. Yeah, this says Nightmare Before Christmas was so dang creative. It really is. Okay. It seems like a lot of people think Nightmare... I'm about to cough. Nightmare is both. Okay, there's some votes for Halloween, some votes for Christmas. I'll take the average. It's a Thanksgiving movie. Okay, how do I rank it though? I honestly don't know if I think it's more Christmas or more I almost said Thanksgiving. I mean, some people consider it a Thanksgiving movie. Or more Halloween. But I feel like I saw somewhere that the theme of it is more of a Christmas movie just with a Halloween setting. And I kind of agree with that. But you both it's both. It's both. Okay, so Nightmare Before Christmas, so creative. Songs are so catchy. I would say I enjoyed it. I don't know if it fully falls under the loved category, but it really is so good. All right. Just tuned in. Nice to see Ted Lasso all the way up there. Yep. I mentioned earlier, I mean, I feel like there were several ones that I knew would make my favorites, but Ted Lasso, there was no question. It was not going in any other category. It's going under my favorites. Yeah, I said it earlier, but I don't think there's ever been a movie or a show that literally felt like it was written for me. Like, just everything about it was just the perfect Addie show. So, of course, it's one of my favorites. Okay. So, okay, this is another James Bond one, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So we had a new actor in this one. Where did I rank the other Bond ones? I would say I enjoyed it. Because I think I liked it better than Live and Let Die. So I would say it falls under enjoy. That feels right. Okay, Rain Man. What an emotional movie. I mean, Dustin Hoffman, oh, now you can see it. Dustin Hoffman is incredible in it. Tom Cruise, incredible. I would say I loved this one. Rain Man goes under loved. Okay. Next is Poltergeist. I've mentioned it already, but the horror movies are tricky for me because I will not ever watch that movie again. But I don't know if it's just like a not for me because horror movies are not for me, or if it falls under don't make me watch it again. I mean, realistically, it falls under don't make me watch it again because I will not be watching it again. I would say that feels right. You loved Poltergeist? Did I? Did I love it? I don't think I loved it. I mean, like, I survived. I made it through. I feel like it wasn't like, I think maybe I just work up. I work myself up when I watch horror movies. So I will say it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, if you watch the reaction though, there are still plenty of jump scares. But like, I survived. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But I still do not want to watch it again. I will not be watching that one again. Okay. Next is Man on Fire. Also such an emotional time. I think this one falls under I loved it. It's such a great movie. Denzel is incredible in it. And then that's Dakota Fanning, right? I almost said Dakota Johnson, but that's not the right actress. She was so, I mean, like, for her to be so little, she was so good in that movie. Yeah, Man on Fire I loved it. Okay. Why is Apocalypse Now on Fine or Not for Me? Because it's not for me. That movie was just not for me. Not for me at all. Maybe this year you can do a post-Halloween horror movie specific tier list to catch the nuance of a good movie that freaked you out. Yeah, maybe, because like right now, since I'm doing this after the fact, so I'm doing this, 2 to 3 months after I watched the horror movies, I'm now in the mindset of just like, nope, we'll never watch that again. But yeah, maybe when it's fresh, there might be more nuance to this tier. Pick my favorite movie of my favorites. Oh gosh, I mean, if I'm picking one out of all of these, I would say Ted Lasso. I think Ted Lasso has truly been my favorite thing that I've watched this year. I don't know if I can pick a favorite because I think as far as the animated movies, Ratatouille might be my favorite of all of those. But Inside Out is so good. Lego Movie is, I mean, they're all on my favorites tier, like, for a reason. But, I mean, one that I'd probably, like, rewatch over and over again would be Ted Lasso. Well, and K-Pop Demon Hunters. I have watched that one a few times now. Let's see. If that's how you feel about Poltergeist, then you'll have no problem watching The Exorcist. Nope. Hard no. You can't trick me like that. Let's see. So happy you have The Accountant in your favorites. It truly is one of my favorites that I watched this year. It's so good. Okay. All right. So the next one is Moonraker. Okay, this is another one where I'm going to be making some enemies. I loved Moonraker. I understand why people hate it. I understand that. But as far as having a fun time while watching a movie, this movie has it. I have to say, Moonraker is a fun time. I think it's the most fun I've had while watching a James Bond movie. And I get why people don't like it, but I freaking loved it. Ooh, okay. I mean, I don't even want to put that under delightfully bad. Okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy. Moonraker is my favorite Bond. I wouldn't even say that Moonraker is my favorite, because I think Goldfinger and The Spy Who Loved Me, they are my top, but Moonraker is just like right below that. Let's see. Yeah, there are a lot of different opinions on Moonraker. I see, this says, I saw Moonraker when I was a kid and was disappointed even then. Someone said, I love Moonraker, sue me. Yeah, that's how I feel. Moonraker has Jaws, what's not to like? Moonraker is maybe the best goofy Bond movie. Roger Moore, James Bond in Space, what's not to love? You really enjoy making enemies. You got so giddy there. Yeah, I'm just embracing it now, I guess. I'm gonna be making enemies from this list, so I might as well embrace it. Yeah, this says Moonraker is great as long as you don't take your spy stuff and your sci-fi pew-pew too seriously. Yeah, I really liked Moonraker. So, is it crazy to put it under loved it? I'm doing it. Sue me. Sue me. Okay, Moonraker is now under loved it. Again, I'm not saying it's the best James Bond movie. I don't think it's the best James Bond movie. I don't even think that. But as far as having a fun time, I did have a fun time. All right. Okay, so the next one is Nobody. This is a great movie. I'm pretty much sure this one won our spinning wheel 1 month on Patreon. And I'm so glad it did. It's so good. So I'd say Nobody, I loved it. Yeah, I'll put that under loved it next to Moonraker because I loved Moonraker. Okay, Mission Impossible, is this one The Final Reckoning? It was the only one I watched last year because the other Mission Impossibles I watched the year before. So in 2024, I'd say Mission Impossible, I'd say I enjoyed it. I don't know if it like is one of my favorite Mission Impossibles. It's hard to tell because I watched that one like a year after I watched all of the other ones. So it's hard to like to gauge how I liked it compared to the other ones. But I did enjoy the movie. So we'll say I enjoyed it. Which Mission Impossible was my favorite? It's hard, like, since I watched it again, like some of them like a year and a half ago. I think it started getting really good, in like the third one. So I would say like either the third or fourth. But again, like after 3, they start all merging into one movie. I'd say I really loved all of them starting in like the third movie from what I remember. Hey, wise guy, maybe. Thanks for the super chat. This says, I like your picks. That's why I watch your movie reactions. We have similar tastes. Well, thank you for being here. Again, I will say, this is not a list of how I rank, like, best movie I watched to, like, the worst. I almost said least best, but the worst movie I watched. This is just how I vibed with the movie. Most of these are a fun time. And that's why I loved it. Let's see. Okay. The next one is Reservoir Dogs. I'm gonna make an enemy out of this one. I mean, I can recognize that it's a good movie, but I don't think I need to watch it again. And I don't think, like, that one... It's not one of my this one's Tarantino, right? I don't think it's one of my favorite Tarantinos. The thing with Tarantino movies, my favorites have been ones where, like, I'm really rooting for the main character. And I feel like most of his movies, I can't really root for anyone. Like, and even, like, I've watched movies with bad people, but I still want to be able to root for them. So it's not even that, like, I want the good guy to win in every movie. Like, that's not going to happen in every movie. But Reservoir Dogs, like... With Tarantino movies, I really loved Kill Bill because I really was rooting for her and rooting for her to get revenge. And then I loved Django because of the same thing. Like, I'm rooting for the main character. The rest of the Tarantino movies, I haven't felt that way. And this one's kind of like that. So, I mean, like, it's a fine movie, but it's just not for me. Like, I know why people like it. I get why people like Tarantino movies, but it's just not for me. Let's see. Oh, this is about Mission Impossible. It took the rest of us 29 years to watch all the Mission Impossible movies. Did it? Yeah, I guess that's right. It was 29 years between the first one and the last one. That is crazy to think about. Like, Tom Cruise was the lead of this franchise for almost 30 years. Like, that's really wild to think about. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing. If you watch some of these movies, like the Mission Impossible ones, if you watched it 30 years ago, you probably wouldn't remember it as well. For me, it's just a year and a half, and I still don't remember it super well. So there's that. Let's see. Have I seen Inglourious Bastards? Yes. I watched that one maybe like 2 years ago on the channel. Have I seen Jackie Brown? I have not. This says, I think you'd love that Tarantino. It's secretly his best film. This says, I probably agree with about 3% of Addie's movie choices, but she's a fun reactor. So listen, again, I don't think that this is like necessarily best movie to worst movie. This is just how I vibe with the movie. This tier is just about vibes. That's the only reason we're here. We're here for the vibes. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, Shazam. I had fun with Shazam. I'm just thinking about it because it's fresh on my mind. I don't know if you've all seen my Kick-Ass reaction yet. It just posted yesterday. But I walked into Kick-Ass thinking that it was like Shazam. That's the vibe I was thinking of when I walked into that movie. And I clearly was wrong. I was completely wrong with the tone, with the vibe, with everything. Kick-Ass is not like Shazam. The only things I can think of is like they're both superheroes. They both have Mark Strong. That's about it. I mean, they both have kids in the movie. That's where the similarities end. Anyway, let's go back to Shazam. I enjoyed it. Yeah, let's put it on enjoy. But yeah, just know if you're going to watch Kick-Ass, it's not like Shazam. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is The Running Man. I mean, classic Schwarzenegger, classic 80s cheese. I'd say I liked it. We'll put that under liked. Where was I? Hey, Hurricane Puts. Hi, Addie. Do you save the thriller genre for October, or are you open to watching those movies any time of the year? Thank you for the super chat. I think I'm like open to thriller any time of year, but like horror specifically is only October. So if it's like kind of like a horror thriller movie, that's going to be more of October. I would say like something that's more action thriller, I'm willing to watch the whole year. Let's see. Hi, Tony. Thanks for the super chat. Have you watched Heart of the Sea and Master and Commander? So yes, I have watched Master and Commander. I watched it 2 years ago on the channel, and then it was blocked like 6 months later. So you'll find it like a year and a half ago because I re-uploaded it. But that Master and Commander is on the channel. I have not watched Heart of the Sea. I don't know what that is. Addie, did you notice Kick-Ass was rated R when you started watching it? Okay, yes, I did realize it was rated R, but there are a lot of different rated R movies. I was expecting like rated R because of gore, like blood splatter and stuff, which yes, that was in the movie. But that's what I was expecting the rated R, and like some language here and there. That's what I was expecting for rated R. I was not expecting everything else with the movie. So yes, I realized it was rated R, but I would say that there are tamer rated R movies out there. So I didn't really think about it being as crazy as it was. Okay. Ooh, speaking of crazy movies, the next one is South Park. I can't read what the bottom of it was, but if I remember, it was something... It's bigger, longer, and uncut. That's what the title is, because it made me giggle a lot. South Park... How do I even rank South Park? Like, I feel like it's like its own category. I would say I liked it. Well, it's like somewhere between liked and enjoyed. Like, I did have a fun time while watching it. South Park, it's somewhere between liked and enjoyed. We'll say I liked it. That's still a positive ranking. South Park, I liked. Let's see. Hi, Alex. Thanks for the super chat. Will you upload a YouTube cut of your reaction to 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi? So that one won our spinny wheel like a few months ago, but I think it's just going to stay on Patreon. Let's see. This says South Park was your most hilarious reaction. I mean, it is... surprising. It's such a surprising movie. I mean, the music is so catchy. I had forgotten that the creators wrote Book of Mormon. Like, I forgot that, like, they're obviously skilled at writing music. The music is just so catchy. Okay. Oh, some people might have caught the stream after I explain some of these. So let me clarify some of these. Okay, this says Captain America Brave New World better than 2001 and Apocalypse Now. To clarify, I'm not saying that it's a better movie. I'm saying I liked it more. Apocalypse Now, I did not connect with. I didn't really care for it because it's just like, that's not my type of movie. 2001 is just not my type of movie. So if you're new here, that's why they are ranked. That's why it says not for me. Oh, this says Batman Forever had zero charm for you. You must have missed whenever I was ranking. It's called Delightfully Bad. I had fun watching these movies. And that's why they're not on the Don't Make Me Watch This Again list. Because there are some that I do not want to watch again. But specifically with those two Batman movies, I still had fun with them. I'm not saying they're the best movies of all time, but I had a lot of fun watching them. Okay. So next is, okay, we have another Bond movie. This one is The Spy Who Loved Me. This is one of my top James Bond movies. So this has to go with Goldfinger. which is under Loved It. Can you all see that? Yeah. So the James Bond movies that have been my top ones have been Goldfinger, The Spy Who Loved Me, and again, you all might hate me for it, but Moonraker. Those are my favorites. Okay. Hi, Michael. Thanks for the super chat. I highly recommend you watch both seasons of Peacemaker. I've heard good things about the show, and I had a lot of fun with, is that one The Suicide Squad? I think. But yeah, I've heard good things about it. I will probably watch it at some point. I guess if you missed it, I announced it at the beginning. My next show that I'm watching after I finish Fallout, I will be watching Andor. So possibly after that, I'll be able to fit in another show. All right. And if you weren't here, this says Conan and Poltergeist were so good. I get it. I get why people love it. But Conan, there were too many snakes for me. And Poltergeist, I will not be watching it again because it's horror. I do not care for it. All right. So the next one is Stranger Things Season 5. I know that there are so many people. There's been so much discourse online with the finale. I'm not going to spoil anything for you in case you haven't watched it, but Stranger Things Season 5, I'm going to put it under I loved it because I do have so much love for that show. All right. So we're getting close. I only have 2 more lines left. All right. Stargate. I'm also going to make some enemies with this one. Let's see. This one either falls under Not For Me or Don't Make Me Watch It Again. I've heard that the show is a lot better than the movie. I feel like I love the concept of Stargate. So I love the concept. I loved like the first hour. Like I was very interested in just in the concept, in getting started. I loved the start of the movie, and then I feel like it just like slowed down so much in the last hour, and then it got to the point where I didn't really care what was happening because the movie just slowed down so much. So Stargate might be under Don't Make Me Watch This Again. Don't hate me for that. I mean, it's somewhere between Not For Me and Don't Make Me Watch It Again, but I know that I just will not be watching Stargate again. So, I've heard that the TV show is better. Like, a lot of people have said that if I don't care for the movie, to still give the show a chance, but I just wanted more from the movie. I guess that's the best way to put it. Hi, Such a Turd. Thanks for the super chat. Let's see. Happy New Year. Here's to a bigger, better, fresher, more exciting, more cinematic 2006. Let's see. First suggestion of the year, Spontaneous with Catherine Langford. I don't know this movie, so I'll have to look into that one. Let's see. Hi, DJ Kento. Thanks for the super chat. The Accountant is top tier. Let's go. Autism Team is on the board. Yes, The Accountant is, there it is. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Yeah, The Accountant was one of my favorite movies of 2025. Let's see. Have I ranked The Accountant 2 yet? Because I did watch it. Oh, it's over here. Okay, while we're talking about The Accountant. The Accountant 2, this one's tricky because I don't know if like it stands out as much as the first one, but I did still love it, and I loved seeing more of the brothers together. So if The Accountant, the first one, falls under my favorites, I'm going to say, where did it go? Oh, The Accountant 2 falls under, I loved it. That feels like a good placement. All right, where was I? Oh, it just refreshed. Let's see, where was I? Hi, is it Cardi K? Thanks for the super chat. This says, so an idea when this list ends, maybe do another at the top called Top Favorite from Your Favorites. I don't know. I mean, I might be able to split this list into like, split it in half of like my top favorites into just my favorites. But I really do think everything on this list is a favorite. I mean, it's on that list for a reason. So I don't know if I want to split. I mean, if you want me to choose one thing as my top, I would say Ted Lasso. But I don't know if I can split these up. They're all together now. Thanks for the super chat. All right. Oh, this is where we were talking about Stargate. Okay, it sounds like a lot of people do think that the show is better than the film. Joe says we love Stargate because we saw it as kids and it was cool. Stargate feels way longer than it is. Yeah, I love the concept of it. Like, again, the first hour I did really love because the concept was so cool. And then it just slowed down so much. But Addie, you've lost your mind? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I have lost my mind. Love the idea for this, Addie. Hope you do it every year. Yeah, it's been fun to do this. I know I'm making enemies, but hopefully you all don't hate me too much. Let's see. Oh, hi, Joe. Thanks for the super chat. I enjoyed your reaction since 2023. Thank you for being here. You definitely need to see Weapons this year. Also, any future collaboration with Camilla from Camilla's Corner. I imagine we'll do something together at some point. We just don't like have anything planned like right now. But I need to see Weapons. I will say I did think about watching Weapons this year because I do know that it's like one of the top horror movies that came out this year. I know so many people love it, but I just don't know how scary it is. So you all will have to let me know if I can handle it. Again, I just don't know how scary it is. All right. How would I feel about doing a Ted Lasso character tier list? It would be so hard because everyone would be under my favorites for Ted Lasso characters. Except for maybe a handful who would be at the bottom. So I don't know if I could do a Ted Lasso character tier list. Okay. So back to ranking. Okay, this one is Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad. I will say this is one that I went into with such low expectations because everyone said it was so bad that I think I liked it more than I thought I did. But after watching The Suicide Squad, like clearly The Suicide Squad, I just think is done so much better. So I will say Suicide Squad is probably on Don't Make Me Watch This Again. There haven't been a lot of those, which is good. But yeah, I will say I liked it more than I thought because I walked in with such low expectations. But I just think that the other one was just done better. Let's see. Oh, this is Ted Lasso. Addie loves Rupert, confirmed. I don't know about that. But if I ever do a Ted Lasso character list, you know where he's going to be. Okay. All right. Oh, this comment says, it's cool, Addie. I have very different tastes from you. But your taste is coherent. Your rankings make sense in the context of your other rankings. Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad at least, like, the rankings aren't, well, at least for my taste, the rankings aren't all over the place. Like, they at least make sense for my taste. Again, I know a lot of you disagree with me on a lot of it. That's okay. I disagree with you, you disagree with me. It's okay. But I'm glad at least it makes sense. It makes sense for me. Let's see. All right. Stranger Than Fiction. This is a sweet movie with Will Ferrell. I mean, I don't think this is like one of my favorite comedies of all time, But it's somewhere between liked and enjoyed. I mean, it is a good little movie. I'll say I liked it. That feels right. Let's see. Okay. Talladega Nights. We have another comedy. Okay, this is... I'd say I enjoyed it. I mean, it is definitely like a fun time. Definitely not like one of my like top comedies of all time. But it's a fun watch. It's a fun time. So we'll say I enjoyed that. Okay. So the next one is Sleepy Hollow. Ooh. I don't know where to rank this one. It wasn't scary, which was good. I walked into it thinking it was more horror, but it's more of just like a spooky Tim Burton vibe. It wasn't really scary. I mean, I guess gory at times with the Headless Horseman. I'd say I enjoyed it. I think that feels right. Sleepy Hollow enjoyed it. Let's see. Have I seen Moulin Rouge? Yes, I have seen that one. Check out Chicago, but we all know how much YouTube loves musicals, so good luck with that. Yeah, that's the thing with reacting to, if you all don't know this, if you all, with reacting to musicals, because music is the fastest thing to get copyright claimed, so you pretty much can't play any of the music without getting a copyright claim immediately, so that's why for the most part, I don't really do musicals. I guess the last one I did was... I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas falls under musicals. And I removed the music completely, and I still got a copyright claimed. So that's still something you have to deal with, even when you remove the music. So that's fun. Let's see. Do unselected spinning wheel options stay on the wheel for future spins? So no, it's just a fresh wheel every month. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, okay, so the next one is Superbad. Ooh. I feel like this one will make you all will hate me for this. Superbad is a fun movie, but I just don't think the humor is for me. It's a fun movie. I mean, I feel like for me, it was just like, I don't know how to describe it, but the humor, it's funny, it's shocking, but it's just not for me. So it falls somewhere under not for me or liked it. Because I feel like I liked it and also it wasn't for me at the same time. Like I'd say I liked it more than like Caddyshack, which is on the list. I liked it more than 2001: A Space Odyssey. Let's see. Yeah, Tony says it's totally a guy movie. We know. Yeah, I feel like if I don't know. I think I should just say not for me. Again, I liked it, but I don't think I'd watch it again. Because that humor just isn't for me. All right. So, next is Stand By Me. This one's pretty easy. This one's going to go under I loved it. It's such a great movie. Like, I mean, it truly has it all. Like, it's so funny, but also, like, so heartwarming at the same time. Like, it has, like, a little bit of everything in that movie. It's so good. Okay. Sicario. Ooh, this one's going to be tricky because it's such a great movie, but also it's not necessarily for me. But I recognize that it's a great movie. So I don't know where to put that. This might be under the overthinking category because I just don't know where to put that one. Yeah, I might have to come back to Sicario. I'm not sure about that one. Taxi Driver. Gonna make some enemies here. I just think this one is just not for me. I think I think with a lot of this, like with main characters, I want to be able to root for them and like care about what happens to them. And I don't know if you can say that with Taxi Driver, with our main character. I just don't think it's for me. And that one's Scorsese, right? Like there have been a few Scorsese movies that I have enjoyed, and I've enjoyed a lot more than that, but I just don't know if that one's for me. Let's see. Okay, I'm still thinking about Sicario. Shutter Island, such a great movie. I'll say I loved it. I think it's just done so well. Okay. So, The Untouchables. I had fun watching it. I don't necessarily think that movie like stands out with like all of the other movies I watched. Like it's definitely probably one that I forgot I watched this year, if that makes sense. But like that, it's not a bad movie by any means. But I'll just say I liked it. Because it's a good movie. I just, if I forgot I watched it this year, I don't know if I could say I enjoyed it or loved it. Let's see. Thunderball. Okay, so this is another James Bond movie. So let me look at my other James Bond rankings. It's not up there with The Spy Who Loved Me or Goldfinger. I don't think it's even as good as like From Russia with Love, personally. Like I think for me with Thunderball, the last like underwater sequence took forever. Like they were down there forever, and it just like really took me out of the movie. I mean, I probably liked it more than Live and Let Die and The Man with the Golden Gun, though. So I'll say I enjoyed it. That seems solid. Okay. Oh my gosh, we just have one row left. We are almost there. Okay, so there's Something About Mary. So this is, I mean, it's listed as a rom-com. I wouldn't even say it's a rom-com. I would say it's more like straight up comedy because, I mean, I guess you could say there is romance in there, but is there romance? A lot of the movie is just like stalking. But it's a fun movie. What of my other, I guess I should say I enjoyed it, like compared to these other comedies. Yeah, I'd say I enjoyed it. Let's see. What, okay, this says, I got here late. What's the one in the Love It category between A Knight's Tale and Ex Machina? That is Dunkirk. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. I see that someone's curious about Zodiac. It's just the close to the end alphabetically. So let's go ahead and do Zodiac. Zodiac is like, I guess it's more thriller technically. I mean, there are definitely horror elements. So typically that kind of movie isn't my thing, but it's just done so well. I mean, a lot of the movie, I guess, is kind of more mystery because it's like trying to figure it out. So I would say just because it's done so well, Zodiac will go under loved it. It's just such a great movie. Again, not typically my like favorite genre, but it's so good. Okay. Hey, Packer. Thanks for the super chat. Have you done any Bollywood movies? And if not, would you consider them? I don't think I've watched any Bollywood movies on the channel. Like, nothing is coming to mind. So I don't think I have, but I'm definitely open to it in the future. Okay. So, we're almost done. So I'm still thinking about Sicario, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, let's see. I mean, I would say it's either liked or enjoyed. I know a lot of people like the second one. It's been like a solid year since I watched the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and it's been over a year since I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So I don't remember a whole lot. Like, I can't remember if I liked the second one better, or if I liked it more. I can't remember what I thought about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's somewhere between liked and enjoyed. I know that. I'll just say liked for now. I can't, because I feel like I liked the first one more. But I know a lot of people love the second one, so I don't remember exactly, but we'll put it under liked. Okay, so this is Wayne's World 2, but I feel like I need to scroll down. This is Wayne's World 2, but I feel like I need to do the first Wayne's World before. I loved Wayne's World. I think it's so fun. Yeah, so I think Wayne's World, the first one, falls under where did it go? Yeah. Wayne's World falls under loved it. The second one is not as good as the first one. Because I loved the first one so much. Yeah, I didn't like the second one nearly as much. So I'd say I liked it. Like, I still had fun watching it, but it just wasn't as good as the second one. She needs a I forget this movie section. Yeah. Yeah, I need a snake. I guess I'm almost done. But I need a snakes are in the movie, so I will not be watching it again. I need a I don't remember this movie and a what was the other one? Maybe like overthinking. Like, I don't know where to put this category. Okay, so the next one is You Only Live Twice. I don't think it's a bad James Bond movie. It's just not one of my favorites. So let's see. Based on the other Bonds. I mean, I think it's about Thunderball. But now I'm thinking, okay, now I'm looking at these. I do think I liked Dr. No and From Russia with Love more than Thunderball. So now maybe I need to lower Thunderball. Now that I'm seeing the movies together. Oh yeah, I need an all right category with just Dazed and Confused. Let's see. So, okay, I might need to lower Thunderball and then put You Only Live Twice with Thunderball. That might be right. Something like that. Until I change my mind. Okay, so next is What We Do in the Shadows. I think this falls under I loved it. It's such a fun movie. It's so fun. I really love this one. So, it's going under I loved it. Okay. Oh, this says, Addie, I still like you, but I lost a little respect for you when A Knight's Tale isn't at the top. Okay, listen. It's almost at the top. It is almost. It is so close to the top. But, okay, think of it as like A Knight's Tale is somewhere here. It is between loved it and between my favorites. I just don't know if I loved it as much as like Ted Lasso. But it's almost at the top there. All right. So, we're almost done. Next is The Waterboy. This one has been a second. It's a fun movie. I'm trying to figure out where it falls with the other comedies I've watched. I'd say I enjoyed it. I think it falls there. I don't think it's like one of my favorite comedies of all time, but it was still really fun. Okay. The Cabin in the Woods. Again, this is going to be a little tricky because horror isn't my genre. It's not something I care for at all. But it is a fun movie. And like, I liked the concept a lot. So I don't know where to put it. Because I'd say I enjoyed it, but it's also not for me because it's a horror movie. This is fun horror. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like more of a horror comedy. So maybe I should say I enjoyed it. Because I wouldn't say I loved it because of the horror. So I feel like the movie is super fun, but horror like knocks it down a little bit. But I mean, obviously, like it's a horror movie, like it has to be a horror movie. But okay, I'll say I enjoyed it. We'll say that. Like if I'm going to watch a horror movie, like that's the type of horror movie I would want to watch. Okay. So the Suicide Squad is next. I would say this one is somewhere between I enjoyed it and I loved it. It's somewhere between the two. I don't know where it falls. Oh, hi Kyle. Thanks for the super chat. It doesn't look like there's a message with it, but thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Yeah, Sinners is horror, but you loved it. That's true. So Sinners is up towards the top. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I didn't watch it this past year, but it would be towards the top because I did have so much fun watching that movie. Oh, but we're not talking horror anymore. Okay, I'm on the Suicide Squad. Yeah, Suicide Squad is somewhere between enjoyed and loved. Let's see. Maybe the Suicide Squad. Well, I'm trying to. Okay. I'll say Suicide Squad is enjoyed. That feels right. Okay, I'll put it there for now. Okay. So we have The Usual Suspects. Ooh. I feel like well, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. Because the Usual Suspects, like there's an element, I'm trying to say this without spoiling anything. There's an element to the movie at the very end that makes me really enjoy the movie. But I would say overall, the movie is not for me. So like maybe I should put it under liked if it's somewhere between enjoyed and not for me. So maybe The Usual Suspects should be liked. Because overall, I'd say that type of movie is not for me. But without spoiling it, something towards the end of the movie made me really like it. Okay, so we'll put Usual Suspects there. So the next one is Wonder Woman. I will say that's one that, I would say I liked Wonder Woman more than most of the DC movies, I would say. I think it was one of my favorite DC movies of like the DCEU. So I think that falls under I loved it. Now there's just so many that I have to like scroll up. Okay, so Wonder Woman falls under I loved it. Perfect. Okay. Hi Rosario, thanks for the super chat. Sorry I'm wicked late. As a Christian, I really appreciate the fact that you don't curse during your reactions. Is this kind of clean talk true in your everyday life, or is it just reserved for your reactions? I mean, I will say the biggest part of it is that YouTube, I have to cut out any language in the video so that it's not like age restricted, or like so that ads can still safely play on the videos. So I'd say that's the biggest reason that is the case in my videos. But if I'm scared, some language comes out. Let's see. Let's see. Where was I? Okay, so I'm almost finished with these posters. We just have a few more. I still don't know how I feel about Sicario. Ugh. Okay, but the next one is Zack Snyder's Justice League. I do think it's one of the better of the DCEU. It's not up there to like Superman 2025. It's not up there for me. Let's see. It's hard because I literally watched Zack Snyder's Justice League a year ago. It was January of last year, so I don't remember. I've just watched so many things since then. I mean, I feel like maybe I liked it as much as Wonder Woman, maybe. I haven't seen the, I guess is it the other version is what, like the theatrical release? I haven't watched it, but I have watched, I did watch a video that was showing like side by side some of the comparisons between like Zack Snyder's Justice League and I guess the theatrical version. Zack Snyder's does look so much better, at least from what I saw in that video. But I'm kind of curious. I'd probably just do it in my own time to like watch the theatrical release, but I'm kind of curious that comparisons to see more of that side by side. Let's see. Was Dungeons and Dragons 2024? I thought it was last year for some reason. Yeah, I think Dungeons and Dragons, I think it's been almost 2 years since I watched it. So I think it must have been 2024. Let's see. Zack Snyder's Justice League is okay, but 4 hours long. Yeah, 4 hours long is crazy. I think I don't know if I watched it in one sitting. I might have watched it in 2 sittings because 4 hours is a lot to get through. I mean, basically 4 hours is 2 separate movies. So I think I might have watched it in 2 different sittings because it really is that long. Hi, Josiah. Thanks for the super chat. Says, hey, Addie, just to let you know, Thunderball was the highest grossing James Bond film in 1965 until Goldeneye in 1995. Thunderball was more successful than Goldfinger and From Russia with Love. Yeah, I imagine like Thunderball at that point, I guess James Bond was just like gaining in momentum at that point. But I did like Goldfinger more than Thunderball. All right. Okay. So we just have a few more. Thunderbolts. Okay, I really enjoyed this one. I wouldn't say it's like the best Marvel movie ever, but I do think it's one of the better ones recently. So what did I rank? I have to see my other rankings. Okay, Captain America, Brave New World liked it. Fantastic Four enjoyed it. So I think I liked it more than Fantastic Four. So I'll say Thunderbolts was in the loved it category. I think that's fitting. Okay. Only a few left here. Okay, We're the Millers was such a fun movie. I think I liked it as much as Horrible Bosses, which I think I put it on loved. Where's Horrible Bosses? Yeah, Horrible Bosses is under loved. So I think We're the Millers is, I have to scroll, but We're the Millers is in our loved it category. Okay. Oh my gosh, 2 more. Let's see. So, Troy. I really like this movie. I think the main issue that people had was about its like accuracy, I think, but I enjoyed it. So I think it falls under enjoyed. Come on. It's not letting me move it. Okay, it's letting me move it now. Okay, but yeah, I enjoyed Troy. I mean, it has such a great cast. I thought the acting was really great. So, Troy is under enjoyed. Okay, now our final one is Sicario, and I still don't know where I put it. Because it's a great movie, but it's not for me. But I feel like putting it under liked is too low. But I feel like enjoyed it is too high since like the movie overall wasn't. I'm again, we talked about this earlier, but I'm overthinking this one. What do you all think for Sicario? Put Sicario in liked already. Waiting on bated breath for Sicario. I think what does not for me mean? I don't know how to describe it because it's just not for me. Like I recognize that like a movie can be good and like why people like it, but like that genre, that type of movie just isn't for me. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Make a new tier called Sicario. Yeah, so our new tiers are Snake tier, Alright tier, and Sicario tier. Okay. Oh, and my overthinking category. That's right. Okay, I'm going to put Sicario under liked it. I think that's the one that makes the most sense because it's a combination of I enjoyed it and also not for me. Our newsroom still says Sicario is too close to call. I guess. Okay, we're just going to stick with liked because it's somewhere between a lot of different categories, so we'll stick with liked. But I think that is my 2025 ranking. And I know that you all disagree with a lot of this. And again, I've said it several times on the stream. This isn't my list of like, I think this is the best movie ever, and I think this is the worst movie ever. It's more of just how I vibe with the movies. Like what a year later, how I'm thinking, how I still look back and think on them. That's why I like renamed these tiers. So I renamed them from what was it before? Like S tier, then A, B, C, D. Because I knew that I don't think I would have like any F movies. I mean, maybe a couple. But I had to rename it so that it helped me categorize it. Because this is just my vibes. This is 2025 vibes. This is how I feel about the movie. Not necessarily that it's the best movie of all time. It's the worst movie of all time. But this is just how I vibe. So I imagine that some people agree with a lot of it, and some people probably disagree with me on just about everything, and that's okay. Again, this is just vibes. We're just vibing here. Let's see. Rest in peace, Addie's channel. 2021 to canceled in 2026. Thank God you don't vote for the Oscars. Listen, I'm not an expert here. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I've watched a lot of movies, and this is just how I vibe with them. All right, so my favorites. I'm not going to list every single one of these movies because you've just spent 2 hours with me with this. But my favorites this year definitely, oh my gosh, like half of them are animated movies, but I'm not ashamed. But my favorites this year were, in no particular order, K-pop Demon Hunters, Ted Lasso, Superman 2025, The Accountant, The Lego Movie, 12 Angry Men, Inside Out, The Lego Batman Movie, Moneyball, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and Ratatouille. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so those are my top 11 from 2025. Let's see, where was I in the chat? Uh-oh, people, this might make some more enemies. This says Batman or Superman, Addie. I mean, I think I love Superman. I mean, I love Superman since I watched Christopher Reeve. When I watched that a little over a year ago. I think I'm more of a Superman fan. But hi Kev T, thanks for the super chat. It says, hi Addie, I wouldn't expect you to commit to the original cartoon, but would you be open to watching the first 2 or 3 movies of Pokemon? I guess I'm open to it. I guess I didn't realize that there were Pokemon movies. I thought it was just a show. So I'll have to look into all of that. I didn't even know that there were movies. Oops. Let's see. The way to Addie's heart is to be animated and fictional. That might be true. You know, that might be true. I mean, most of these are at the top. I mean, I would say that the animated movies are at least in these, what, top 3 categories? Okay, I will say a Goofy movie. It didn't make it in my top animated movies, but for the most part, animated movies are at the top. Let's see. Oh, okay. This might make an enemy. Might make me enemies as well. This says Man of Steel or Superman 2025. I gotta say Superman 2025. I mean, I feel like now that I've watched, I mean, I don't think I've watched all of the versions of Superman, but now that I've watched Christopher Reeve, the Man of Steel version, and now this Superman, I feel like this Superman is more of the hope, like the hopeful side as like the OG Superman. So for me, I would say Superman 2025. But that's just me. Surprises for me on the list include The Accountant would be top tier. Yeah, The Accountant, like, as soon as I watched it, like, I don't know, everything about that movie surprised me. I guess I just walked in thinking it was just like an action movie, but I feel like it was just so much more than that. And I love the story of it. All right. There are no enemies here, just differing opinions. Well, I'm glad you think that. I feel like maybe I've made a few enemies. When I check my email after this, I might have gotten some strongly worded emails. I'm not sure. But I think for the most part, most of you are saying, like, this is your list. I disagree with you, but I understand your choices. Hi, the last old one. Thanks for the super chat. I saw The Midnight shirt. What's your favorite song? Mine is Light Years. Okay, don't hate me. Don't hate me for this. Maybe I shouldn't be wearing the shirt. Jeremy actually loves The Midnight. And so I've heard some of their music, but don't hate me for that. I couldn't tell you the names of their songs, but I really like the shirt. Don't hate me for that. David Cornsweat's potential as Superman is promising. Yeah, I'm excited to see him more as Superman, I guess. I've enjoyed his portrayal so far. Is The Accountant 2 on YouTube? Yes. I watched that one probably in like July. So go back like 6 months. But yes, The Accountant 2 reaction is on YouTube. Okay. But I showed my favorites. Most of these are... I'd say most of the movies I either loved. A lot of movies that I loved. A lot of movies that I enjoyed. A lot of movies that I liked. And then for the people who are just joining in on the stream here at the tail end, not for me. It doesn't mean that I don't think these are good movies. It doesn't mean that I don't understand why people love these movies. I get it. They're just not for me. I didn't vibe with them. The Batman movies have their own category as delightfully bad. Yeah, because I feel like I would actually watch them again. I mean, I probably won't watch them again, let's be realistic, but I don't want to not watch, I don't know how to describe it, other than delightfully bad. So those two Batman movies do get the delightfully bad, and then the Don't Make Me Watch This Again are movies that either involved a lot of snakes or I just didn't really care for. But I mean, it's a good thing. There aren't a whole lot of those. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So only 8 out of over 100 movies that I watched last year. So I say that's pretty good. Hi, Phil. Thanks for the super chat. It's been a while. Hope you and the family are having a fab new year. Well, thanks for the super chat. I hope you're having a fab new year as well. David says, I can't be the only one who's tried to drag movies around on your board. Side note, it pauses your stream. Good to know. Yeah, I imagine if you all had the ability to move these movies around, the movies would not be where they are. But this is my list. I control the list. Hi, Tony. Thanks for the super chat. This says, love to see your reaction to the 10 Commandments or Passion of the Christ this year. I don't think I've watched either of those, so thank you for those suggestions. Let's see. It just means you want more enemies. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm making enemies today, but I'm standing firm. This is my list. This is I think this is solidly my list from this last year. Super excited for the Liar Liar reaction. Yes, so that one just won our latest poll on Patreon. So if I remember my schedule correctly, Liar Liar will be up on Patreon this upcoming week, and then it'll be up on YouTube the next week. So be on the lookout for Liar Liar. This says, do you live stream often? This is the first time I've seen you live. I don't live stream super often. I would say once a month, but that's not even the case. The last couple of months I have. I mean, I've done this stream. Last month I did like a holiday-ish stream. The month before I did, it was around Halloween, so a Halloween stream. But I don't stream all that often because I think before the Halloween stream, it had been probably like 6 to 8 months. So, I mean, in my mind, I would love to do this once a month, but it just doesn't always happen. Let's see. All right. Well, I think that's all, folks. We did the ranking. I'm honestly surprised. Okay, I've been talking for almost 2.5 hours. That is kind of a long time to talk. But I'm kind of surprised that I was able to get it done in 2-ish hours. I mean, this was like 130 something movies. So we got it done. We got it done, folks. But ranking 2024 films would be a fun live stream for March or sometime. The problem is I could do that, but I already realized that with some of these movies that I watched in the last year, they're already fading out of my memory. So I feel like that's definitely the case with 2024 movies. I mean, I feel like there's probably a handful that I could definitely say were my favorites of 2024, but I definitely don't remember in detail all of the movies I watched then. So this probably just needs to become a yearly thing that, next January, I just do another stream like this, another ranking stream for 2026. But I don't know if I could do a 2024 ranking at this point. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for being here. We haven't really talked about the new year, but Happy New Year. I hope you all are having a great start to the new year. Happy 2026. But yeah, thank you all for being here. And for chatting and for not hating me too much, for not making me an enemy fully. These are just my favorites. I'm not here to hate on any movie. There are some that just weren't for me. There were some that were delightfully bad and some that I just don't want to watch again, but I'm not hating on your taste. So don't hate on my taste. Kill Bill wasn't this last year. No, Kill Bill wasn't this last year. It would have been the year before. So I guess that was 2024. Kill Bill didn't feel all that long ago, but yeah, I guess it was in 2024. All right. Well, thank you again for being here. Again, Happy New Year. Thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for letting me know your thoughts on these rankings, even when you definitely disagreed with me. And I respect that. I get it. I get it. A lot of these movies weren't for me, and some of my favorites probably weren't for you. I get it. But yeah, I think this is it. I think that's all I had for you. So again, thank you for being here. Thanks for chatting and hanging out on this Sunday. And yeah, Happy New Year. I'll see you next time.